Flirting can be an art, but it doesn't have to be complicated or awkward. When done right, it's about connecting with someone in a way that feels natural, playful, and engaging. The key to how to confidently flirt with any woman without being creepy lies in understanding boundaries, reading the room, and bringing your authentic self into the interaction. It's not about trying too hard, but rather about tapping into your own confidence while respecting her comfort. How to flirt with a woman without being creepy is all about striking that perfect balance, being fun, charming, and a little mysterious without overstepping. When you master this balance, you'll notice that confidence naturally draws people in. The Goldilocks rule, not too much, not too little, but just right, applies perfectly here. This rule ensures that you engage without overwhelming, keeping things light and enjoyable. So, if you're ready to learn the art of flirting that makes a woman melt without crossing any lines, keep reading. Number 1. What is the Goldilocks rule? The Goldilocks rule, inspired by the classic tale of Goldilocks and the Three Bears, carries a profound lesson that can be applied in many aspects of life, especially relationships and communication. In the story, Goldilocks discovers that the porridge that's just right is neither too hot nor too cold. It's perfectly balanced. This concept of just right is the essence of the Goldilocks rule, emphasizing the importance of balance in achieving success. Too much or too little of anything can lead to unwanted results. When it comes to flirting or romantic interactions, this rule is especially relevant. Imagine being too forward. You risk overwhelming or scaring someone away. On the flip side, being too passive can make you seem indifferent or distant. So where's the sweet spot? How do you find the perfect balance between attention and space? The key is in constantly observing the other person's reactions. Are they leaning in or pulling back? Are they engaging or closing off? These subtle cues will guide you to know whether you're on the right track. As Aristotle wisely said, the secret to happiness is freedom. The secret to freedom is courage. Finding that perfect balance requires courage. The courage to engage, yet the wisdom to know when to step back. So how do you find your Goldilocks moment? Number 2. The silent observer, confidently flirting without the creepy vibe. Have you ever noticed the guy who just watches but never acts? He seems shy around women, but it's not because he's nervous. It's because he's too cautious. He believes he's not good enough, that he hasn't received positive signals, or that the fear of rejection is so paralyzing, he freezes in the moment. For him, connecting with a woman feels like an enormous task, and often, he ends up stuck in the friend zone. This passive approach may seem harmless, but it's a trap. Instead of embracing his masculinity and acting on his attraction, he sits back, overthinks every interaction, and misses every opportunity. He may even feel a woman's interest, but avoids flirting because he's afraid of making her uncomfortable. This constant hesitation can lead to an endless cycle of missed chances. But here's the real issue. If you often hear, "Let's just be friends," it's time to change your game. The solution isn't just to be yourself. It's about confidence without arrogance. Confidence is magnetic. It's about being comfortable with who you are, without needing to boast or belittle others to feel superior. Humility, yet decisiveness, is the key. Imagine this shift. Instead of saying, "I'm the best at everything I do," try saying, "I don't need a reason to talk to you. Just being around you is enough." This shows confidence, not arrogance. It's a subtle but powerful difference. So how can you stop being passive and start taking action? Begin by clarifying your intentions. When a woman shows interest, don't hold back, engage. Practice speaking your truth and take the lead. You might say, "I don't know how you do it, but you make me want to be the best version of myself every time I'm with you." A direct approach is more likely to get you what you want, especially in romantic relationships. That's the key to escaping the friend zone. As Steve Jobs once said, "The people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do." Why not start by changing the way you approach relationships? Take that first step. Confidence is the spark. Let it ignite your world. Number 3, over-pursuer, overstepping boundaries. When it comes to pursuing love, there's a delicate line between showing interest and crossing boundaries. You've probably encountered someone who's too eager, invading your space without reading the situation. This behavior can be off-putting, even alarming, leaving the other person feeling overwhelmed or uncomfortable. The issue isn't about being too forward. It's about lacking awareness and balancing assertiveness with respecting the other person's boundaries. Imagine this scenario. You meet someone new at a social event. You're enthusiastic, present yourself well, ask questions, maybe even give a compliment or pry into something too personal. But instead of engaging, you notice them withdrawing. They suddenly participate less, pull away, or make excuses to leave the conversation. It feels like you've hit a wall, and you're left wondering, what happened? Well, the problem might lie in your approach. It's not about being passive or submissive. It's about adjusting your timing and approach. In relationships, people are drawn to those who give them space to decide how much they want to invest. The key is finding that balance. Are you giving them enough room to take the lead? Step back for a moment. Let them initiate the conversation or show subtle signs that you're interested in their reactions. If they start mirroring your actions or flirting back, you might say, "Has anyone ever told you that you have such a unique charm? I find myself more drawn to you with every conversation." That's a green light showing they might be ready for the next step. It's a reminder that sometimes, less really is more. By letting things unfold naturally, you allow the other person to come to you, creating mutual attraction rather than a one-sided chase. Give it time. Let it develop naturally. This could be the missing piece that builds a true, lasting connection. Number 4, the first step to real attraction, winning yourself. The first step to genuinely attracting and captivating yourself is something most people overlook. It begins long before any flirtation or interaction takes place. True attraction starts with presenting the best version of yourself to the world, especially to the person you're eyeing. When you look your best and feel at ease with who you are, confidence flows naturally. And confidence? It's one of the most magnetic traits a person can possess. So, how do you show up as your best self? It starts with your appearance. Dress well, take care of yourself, and most importantly, ensure that you're presenting yourself in a positive light. Perfection isn't the goal. The goal is to show the world your real self at your best. Think about it. If you're not clean, organized, or polished, how can you expect to engage in a confident conversation with anyone? You wouldn't show up to a job interview in dirty clothes, right? So why would you neglect the way you interact with others? Here's the secret. When you feel good about yourself, you naturally look good. Confidence comes from within, and the key to nurturing it is by caring for both your body and mind. Take a shower, wear clean clothes, brush your teeth, and spend a moment reflecting before starting any conversation. It's the little things that make the biggest difference. Physical attraction is just one part of the equation. Personal care, that's where the magic happens. Even if you don't see yourself as a model, a bit of grooming and effort can go a long way. A person who takes time to groom themselves sends a clear message. They value themselves, and that's incredibly attractive. You'll notice that not only will others respond to you more positively, but you'll also feel more confident and comfortable in your own skin. You'd be surprised at the difference it makes. Before you know it, that confidence will effortlessly draw people toward you. It's the magic of being yourself, but the best version of yourself, for no one but you first. Number 5, accidentally, but let it be natural and not forced. Approaching someone naturally is one of the most powerful ways to create a genuine connection. Imagine you're in a coffee shop, standing in line, and someone catches your eye. Instead of using a rehearsed pickup line, try something that fits the moment. For instance, ask her what her favorite item on the menu is, or what she's planning to order. This isn't just an opening line. It reflects the environment you're both in, making it more authentic and relatable. You create a bridge to conversation that feels more genuine than any scripted line, and it opens the door to meaningful dialogue. Once the conversation begins, the hard part is over. Now, you can introduce yourself and gauge her reaction. Does she respond with interest, asking questions or showing signs of engagement? Or does she give short, distant answers while looking away? If it's leaning positively, you might ask, "Have you ever thought about how a chance meeting could lead to something unexpected and exciting?" If she says yes, then great. You could follow with, "What do you usually do to have a great day?" Maybe it could give us an idea for a fun date. If the conversation is flowing, don't hesitate to ask for her number. The key to a natural approach is reading the situation. Sometimes, the best move is recognizing when to step back. Remember, the most attractive thing you can offer isn't smooth lines, but your full attention and presence in that moment. The ability to be truly engaged in the here and now speaks volumes in a world that often rushes by. When you embrace this genuine approach, you not only open up opportunities, but you make every interaction feel purposeful and deeply connected. You're not just another face in the crowd, you're someone who makes others feel seen. Number 6, friendly smile. A smile isn't just an expression. It's a powerful, silent form of communication. Imagine this. You're at a gathering, or maybe you just happen to cross paths with someone you care about. What could be the most striking thing about you in that moment? It might be your smile. Women often cite a man's smile as one of the first things they notice. But here's the real magic. It's not just the smile itself, but how you use it. A genuine smile radiates warmth, making you approachable and easy to connect with. It's like an invitation, subtle yet undeniably powerful. A smile doesn't just signal friendliness. It creates an atmosphere of trust, and that is vital when forming relationships. So, how can you harness this power? Start small. Practice in front of the mirror, fine-tune your smile, and see how it makes you feel. Is this your secret weapon for leaving an unforgettable impression? Imagine the possibilities if you could perfect that one thing, your smile, so it speaks louder than words. Could it become your most compelling form of communication, a quiet force that draws people to you? The more you practice, the more it becomes second nature. Number 7, movement reflex. Have you ever noticed that sometimes, when you're talking to someone you like, your movements seem to sync up? You lean in, and she does the same. You take a sip of your drink, and she follows suit. This subtle dance is called mirroring, a natural behavior that occurs when we feel a connection or attraction towards someone. It's an unconscious way of signaling that you're in tune with each other. But here's the catch. While mirroring can make her feel more comfortable and connected, it has to be done delicately. If you overdo it, it might seem like you're copying her every move, which can make things awkward and uncomfortable. The secret lies in the finesse. You don't need to mimic every gesture. Just lean in slightly when she does, or take a sip after her. These small, effortless gestures show you're paying attention and in harmony with her, without making her feel scrutinized or judged. Mirroring is a psychological phenomenon that signals empathy and rapport. But beware of overdoing it. It can come off as insincere or invasive. If she laughs at a joke, maybe laugh a little louder or with more enthusiasm. But if she begins to notice and seems uncomfortable, tone it down. The goal isn't to imitate her, but to make her feel at ease, to subtly communicate, "I get you." What's the most amazing part? You don't even need to speak loudly to make her wonder, does he truly understand me? Just by being attuned, you're building curiosity, connection, and trust. It's the art of influence through subtlety. Keep it natural, keep it flowing, and most importantly, keep it about making her feel seen and heard, not like you're playing a game. In the world of attraction, it's these small details that leave the greatest impact. Number 8, listen with intention. Listening is one of the most powerful tools for building meaningful connections, yet it's often overlooked. How can you truly attract someone if you're not paying attention? It's not just about hearing words, but understanding the deeper meaning behind them. When you listen well, you show genuine care, and that creates a bond that transcends surface-level interactions. Imagine this: you're talking to someone you're interested in. Instead of just waiting for your turn to speak, you actively engage in what they're sharing. You remember the little details they mention, and that makes your conversation flow naturally, with depth. Or, you ask a follow-up question that shows you truly want to understand them. It's about turning the ordinary into the extraordinary, where every conversation feels unique and captivating. Ask open-ended questions that encourage them to share more about themselves. These questions are not just conversation starters, they're gateways to a deeper connection. Rather than simply asking, "How was your day?" logically ask, "You mentioned something earlier about your work. What do you enjoy most about it?" Or, "When you talked about that trip, I could tell it meant a lot to you. What was the best part of that experience?" The key is to avoid questions that lead to yes or no answers. Shape your questions in a way that invites them to express their thoughts and feelings, opening the door for a more profound conversation. This will make them feel heard and valued, an incredibly attractive quality. In any relationship, romantic or platonic, listening is the gateway to trust and understanding. So the next time you find yourself in a conversation, practice active listening. Don't just hear, understand, connect, and let the conversation flow naturally. This not only strengthens your bond, but also unlocks the potential for deeper emotional connections. Number 9, give her compliments without making her shy. Compliments are something women truly appreciate when they are sincere. It's not a new concept, but it remains one of the most powerful ways to show genuine interest and admiration. Everyone loves a thoughtful compliment, and women are no exception. What matters is making her feel seen and admired. But here's the rule: compliments must be sincere. Imagine telling her, "I don't know what fabric this outfit is made of, but it's clearly designed just for you." Or perhaps, "This outfit looks amazing, but what really makes it stand out is the person wearing it." Simple, honest comments about her style carry far more weight than focusing solely on her physical features. These remarks reflect a deeper appreciation and are much more likely to resonate with her. On the other hand, compliments like, "You look so attractive," or "Those jeans make your curves look incredible," can feel too blunt and often veer into objectification. They might not foster the meaningful connection you're hoping for. Instead, praising her style, confidence, or how she carries herself shows respect and admiration for who she is, not just how she looks. Why settle for empty lines or flirtations that might make you feel awkward or inauthentic? A natural, heartfelt compliment can spark a conversation and build a stronger bond, something that makes her want to know more about you. It's a subtle art of recognizing their uniqueness. Instead of focusing on what you think will get a reaction, focus on what makes them feel valued and appreciated. As Maya Angelou famously said, "People will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." This is the essence of a true compliment. It's about making her feel respected, valued, and admired for who she truly is. What compliments have left a lasting impression on you? How do you think a sincere compliment can shift the dynamics of a conversation? Number 10. Humor and teasing, a powerful way to connect with women. Humor and playful teasing might just be the most irresistible charm a woman can encounter. Imagine this. You're engaging with her, your words light yet meaningful, carrying a touch of wit that makes her smile, even laugh. Isn't that a magnetic combination? Humor, especially the teasing kind, isn't just about making her laugh. It's about establishing a connection that feels effortless, yet profound. It's that spark, that invisible bond, that makes her feel at ease, drawing her closer. Why does humor work so well? It dismantles walls. When we laugh, we relax, allowing vulnerability to emerge, making us feel more connected to those around us. Picture a serious conversation, rigid, a bit uncomfortable. Now imagine the same conversation, but with a playful quip that lightens the air. It's almost like a secret invitation to be yourself, without the pressure. However, there's a balance to strike. You're not aiming to be the class clown or the guy who cracks jokes all the time. Humor, like anything in life, works best in moderation. Don't be the person who desperately tries to get a laugh with every sentence. But when the moment is right, a little teasing, a clever remark can create chemistry that feels almost electric. Picture this. You know, every time I see you, I'm convinced you're a star. But I'm no astronomer. I'm just a guy who can't stop admiring you. Now, this isn't about trivializing deep conversations. If you're discussing something serious, save the jokes for later. Knowing when to laugh and when to listen is the key to mastering this art. Humor isn't just a tool, it's a bridge. It turns ordinary moments into extraordinary ones. But let's go deeper. What's really remarkable about humor in relationships is that it can create an intimacy that words alone can't capture. Imagine telling her, "You know, every time I see your smile, I wonder why I didn't sign up to be your personal emotional therapist from the start." That's not just a joke. It's an inside connection, something that only the two of you share. It's a whisper, a bond, a special moment that cements your connection. Now let me offer a piece of advice. Don't be too easy. Space and mystery are the essence of attraction. It's not about playing games, but about recognizing that relationships, especially the exciting ones, need a certain amount of tension to build desire. You've just met this woman. Don't overwhelm her with constant compliments, gifts, or endless texts. Tension isn't about playing hard to get. It's about knowing when to step back and let her come to you. If your interest isn't reciprocated, know when to move on. Teasing, flirting, it's all about the dance of give and take. Show you care, but also show you're comfortable in your own space. And remember, don't cross that line. If you start to sound like you're obsessed or overly intense, it's going to backfire. You know, every time I look at you, I feel like the world fades away, like I'm stuck in a painting and you're the only thing in color. Now, that's sweet, but it's also a little much. Women appreciate confidence and playful connection, but they also value space and respect. No one wants to feel trapped in a constant flurry of admiration. So here's the bottom line. Humor and teasing can transform your connection with a woman from a casual encounter to something that feels magnetic, irresistible. But like anything, it's about balance. You know, every time I see you, I think, why hasn't someone already made a movie about you? It's playful, it's witty, and it's not overbearing. It shows her you're confident enough to tease, but humble enough to let her be herself. Ultimately, the key is to keep it light, fun, and authentic. Humor doesn't need to be forced. It's most effective when it's just an extension of who you are. So go ahead, let your playful side shine. It might just be the very thing that captures her heart. Number 11. Avoid personal topics. Be open. When you're getting to know someone, it's crucial to keep things light. Asking too many personal questions too soon can feel intrusive and uncomfortable. Instead, focus on easygoing, fun topics at first, like hobbies, favorite places, or memorable travel experiences. Building rapport before diving into deeper, more personal matters helps create a natural flow in the conversation, making it feel more relaxed and effortless. For example, instead of asking, "How many siblings do you have?" try, "What's the best vacation you've ever had?" This not only makes the conversation more engaging and fun, but also helps create a connection without the pressure of heavy topics. Why does this matter? People are more likely to open up when they feel safe and respected. The more someone feels heard and valued, the more likely they are to share personal experiences in their own way. By making others feel at ease, you're paving the way for more meaningful, deeper conversations down the road. Imagine hearing, "Every time you mention your passions, I just think, if only I could join you, it would be such an amazing experience." So the next time you meet someone new, think about how you can create a space where they feel comfortable to share. Ask about their passions, dreams, or recent adventures. You'll find that this approach not only brings them closer, but also sparks curiosity and excitement, leading to connections that are richer and more genuine. What might their answer to a simple, fun question reveal about who they really are? Flirting with confidence is all about being genuine, respectful, and mindful of the woman's reactions. When you understand the delicate balance between showing interest and giving space, you can effortlessly attract her attention without crossing boundaries. Mastering how to confidently flirt with any woman without being creepy means embracing your authentic self while keeping the conversation light, playful, and thoughtful. Make her feel comfortable, laugh, and enjoy the interaction, all while ensuring you're not pushing her beyond her comfort zone. Remember, the goal is to build a connection, not pressure her into anything. So, next time you want to flirt with a woman without being creepy, be present, be respectful, and most importantly, be yourself. If you found this advice helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the Stoic Goddess for more insightful tips, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on more amazing content. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.